It does have some
That's a little
tens.
harsh.
6.
Predictable,
3,
but wait, go back. What does that say? Predictable, but what? That's the top one.
but good acting and action. Not
No,
really.
I don't know about that.
It's not good acting because the script sucks so much. Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Will.
And that's Win. And today we got an episode of, I guess, the Big Feature Film Podcast. And we are talking about Big Feature Film Review, excuse me. And we're talking about one of the few movies that has come out in theaters in recent weeks. And we are talking about The 355, the female-led spy movie of the year.
It's like, what is it? Charlie, what is it? Charlie's what?
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, Charlie's Angels.
A little bit. It's,
If you think about it.
well, it is, but Charlie's Angels has got like the man behind. They've got Charlie.
Yeah.
This is the women. But starring Jessica Chastain, Penelope Cruz, Diane Kruger, Bing Bing Fan, and I guess Sebastian Stan's in it. There's what's her name? Lupita Nyong'o. This is directed by Simon Kinberg. He directed some movies like some of our favorites, like Fantastic Four or Fantastic Fan Four Stick. But he wrote this one as well. He wrote Dark Phoenix, Apocalypse, Fan Four Stick.
Job. What is this based off? Is it based off a book or something?
I don't think so. I think this guy's. He did. I think the story is by her, Teresa Rebeck. It says both screenplay. I'm pretty sure one of them has the story by, though. It just doesn't say it on there. But that's some like actors and stuff in this. But this film, it follows some women from each agency in a different country. We've got we've got China, we've got
FBI,
we got German,
CIA, whatever that
CIA,
German one was, British MI6, yeah,
and
I don't know what, Shanghai something. No,
Yeah.
it might have just been independent.
But yeah, so it's an ensemble movie with these great actresses, and they all come together, and there's and of course some big baddie's gonna start World War III with some tech thing, and they go to town.
Yeah.
What
was that tech thing? What was it? What does it do? Oh yeah, it
can literally control anything, but all they do with it is crash airplanes.
And it doesn't make sense to me because, one, I don't even think they have that kind of connection for planes. They can't fail safe a plane like that. It's literally a hazard.
Well, this is such a top secret weapon that they're able to do it.
They figured out how to do it.
They figured it out.
I mean, it's not like they have black boxes there for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But that's the premise of the movie. What'd you think about this movie, Win?
I fucking hated it.
It was awful. And before people jump on our ass like, oh, you just hate women. I will say, actresses, these are all great actresses. I said that already. They've put out some great stuff. Jessica Chastain, Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah. I mean, Diane Kruger. I'd say she's pretty. The only thing I think I've seen.
She's a national treasure.
That's the only thing I think I've seen her in. But she's pretty dang good in it. I mean, that's a good movie. But
I love that movie.
This movie fails because of its script, 100%. Simon and direction, but Simon, whatever. I'm sorry. Just like, I guess, stick to producing. Looks like what you do most.
Don't touch anything else.
Yeah. I'll give him Days of Future Past. He wrote that.
I was gonna say Logan.
He didn't write Logan. He just produced.
That's what I mean. I'll give him that. He got Logan somehow.
He did. He's done some good stuff. Fox likes him.
Something that really bothers me about this movie is the fact that like they literally have no time to introduce these characters, so they just try their best. And it doesn't work
at all. It's like an ensemble movie that they like. This would be a good show. I'll say it.
Yeah,
it would be great. It would be a great show.
A story for each one of them would be sick.
Absolutely.
I mean, no doubt about it. Like, this would be a cool spy thriller show. I didn't know this movie was 2 hours long. I felt way longer for some reason.
To me, it didn't. I will say I had fun in the sense of trashing it, but also in the fact that like it kind of works in some spots. It really does. But it's just the script. Like
it was just easily predictable.
I mean,
even before we watched this, I said, "Well, I bet you Sebastian Stan's gonna be a bad guy."
Yeah. So yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, spoiler alert. I think this was a week before we went and saw this movie, and we said, again, spoiler alert, I bet Sebastian Stan's the bad guy in some way, shape, or form. And what they did wrong, again, where it would be a good show, Sebastian Stan really isn't the big bad guy. The big bad guy's probably got 2 minutes of screen time, like tops. He's
probably even less than that,
because he's in the first scene for a little bit. You see him. You see him when he kills Sebastian Stan, and you see him at like the end, and maybe one other scene, and like that's it. And he's supposed to be the big bad guy. It's like, well, okay, don't hire Sebastian Stan because like they're just hiring him because Marvel, like big name Sebastian Stan. We know who he is. Hire like I don't know some. They were going for like an older guy with a big bad. Hire like I don't know, Bill Nighy or something, somebody that you know, and like just instead of having this crappy like love interest. Like,
this keeps playing in my head. What was it? What do you think happened during that bag exchange? Like who's supposed to get what, or was there supposed to be an actual real exchange? Because they lingered for a little bit. And we never really got like a clear like
who was going for what,
and who was buying what. Because like at the end, or like there's this big scene, and they were chasing. Sebastian Stan was chasing some dude, and at the end, some lady got their bag, which had a lot of money in it. And
Diane Kruger.
I'm still confused. And
she was going for the bag with the key in it.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but like that whole exchange,
it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
no, I agree 100%. I don't know what they were going for. In the end, the guy didn't have the key, and he had moved it somewhere else because it was gonna go elsewhere. I don't know. It was very confusing. There's a lot of moments like that, where it's just like, why? I like the idea. I will say, I remember seeing the trailer for this, and I was like, this seems like a pretty cool idea. And the whole thing of the 355 was like, that was the name of like the first woman soldier in like the Revolutionary War or something.
Yeah, she was known 355.
And I was expecting that at like the beginning of the movie, but they held it till the end. And I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, this would be a good Netflix movie.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I was going to say. This could have been a really good, relatively good Netflix movie, and I think it's way too big or too small for it to be in the theater.
Yes,
I don't think this deserved like a theater release, but I guess if they wanted their money back, that's one way to do it.
Dude, I mean, doubt
how much
it.
did they even make?
I bet if we went, I mean, it's been 2 weeks now, but I bet if we went and looked at the box office, it wouldn't say. Let's see if it's in the top. I don't know if it'll show. I might have to grab my phone.
There are better options in this movie.
No, it's not. It is.
What we're going to say is this one's not a very good movie. There are better options in this if you're into like the spy genre. There's one called Red Sparrow. That one's Jennifer Lawrence. She's great in it. I would even recommend Atomic Blonde more because that one's way more exhilarating.
Yes.
A lot more action. This had a pretty lame action sequence. Even the fighting scenes were really hectic.
The Protege, I would recommend.
Protege, that's way better.
That one is like has grown on me since like we watched it last year. I really like that movie.
Don't watch this in theaters.
Yeah, if you're gonna go see something in theaters now, don't go see something else. Honestly, this is probably one of the worst things in theaters right now. I even heard the Kingsman wasn't that good, but I'd still probably go see that.
I'm probably gonna go watch it because I just finished 2.
But yeah, 355. Final thoughts on it. It could have been a Netflix movie. It could have been or just a streaming movie. It could have been a good show. It was a lot of wasted talent and probably lost money if I had to guess. They did like 4.4 million.
And these aren't just wasted talent. Like this is Jessica Chastain. If you watch her like movie, well,
she got a lot of good
she's kind of like 50-50. But there's this one show called
Scenes
Marriage.
from Marriage.
Yeah, Scenes from Marriage.
Scenes from Marriage. Yeah.
That one's really great, and they really didn't utilize her in this movie.
Well, and I think
Lupita Nyong'o's.
This guy probably had the idea for a story. He was probably working with the other writer. He was doing Dark Phoenix because that was the last thing he did. And he was like, "Hey, Jessica, you want to hop on this movie, this woman ensemble?" And she was like, "Sure, why not?"
She was in Days of Future Past. No.
Dark Phoenix. She was like the bad
so that's how she got
alien chick. But yeah. So overall, this movie isn't good. It wasn't very entertaining. It's definitely a hard pass from both of us.
Yeah.
But we went and saw it, and if you watch, now you know. So if you watch our other reviews, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's get to our final ratings. We give 2 ratings here. We do critical and then entertainment value. Out of 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Win, what do you say for critical?
3.
A 3.
Big waste of cast. Could have had a better storyline. Maybe something along the lines of making it a little longer.
Maybe just giving it the characters, or even just one specific character, more depth. There's scenes where it's like they rush it. It just feels weird, and then they expect us to care about certain stuff.
It's all very not standard. There's a word I'm looking for, but it's all very kind of standard story boring shit. It's like you got the strong-wielded one who wants to like fight, keep going. Then you got the scared one who doesn't know how to shoot a gun.
Typical.
Yeah. And then you got this big bad guy who's basically was the big star's like friend and best friend. They had sex and all that.
They did.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's always like that.
For me, I'm gonna say a 4 because I think I liked it a little bit better than you, but yeah,
that's fair.
It could have been good. It had potential, not in a good way though.
No, it didn't have the same.
It's what I'm saying is like it wouldn't be Oscar winning if like Martin Scorsese wrote it. Like it's still not gonna be that good. But
I think it would be if it was Martin Scorsese did this. I think his flair would have like translated very well.
Yeah.
If it was Martin
or like
Scorsese.
a Quentin Tarantino.
Or Quentin Tarantino, yeah. Because, like, that's...
He needs to do that. I mean, he did Kill Bill and Jackie Brown, but he needs, like, a woman ensemble.
This is a very classic story. It feels like it belongs in the 80s.
Yeah, it does. It's very... I'm trying to think of the word, too, but it's typical and, like, it's I don't know.
I think the overall image is just... It's that the stake was too high. The reference for 355 was just not met. Just not met to like a certain standard.
I'd rather you call it like The Woman Spies or something, and I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But entertainment value, what do you say?
3.
3.
This is the lowest I've given a movie in both
criteria. I'm gonna give it a 2 because it really sucked and I was bored. But I had moments, but so did Space Jam. But you know what? It still sucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in hindsight, this is better than Space Jam. At least.
That's true. Hey, we're starting off the year right with real.
That's our new standard low. It used to be I Care a Lot.
It was.
Is this better than I Care a Lot?
Yeah. No. I Care a Lot.
I think I like I Care a Lot better. Yeah.
All right. That's our review though for the 355, our big feature film review. Make sure you subscribe and go watch some of our other reviews or podcasts or whatever. And
watch out for this week.
If you enjoyed, comment. Did you watch the 355? Do you like any of these actors? What's your favorite performance from them?
Please roast us in the comments.
Please, I'd love it.
If you liked it. There's always that one person. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'd love to see like a 10 out of 10 review on IMDb, what they've got to say about the 355.
Probably like the director's family.
Yeah. Like what was 645? How it had like...
Oh, wow. That's a 1-star level. That's hard.
Anyways, though, thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Will.
That's Win. And as always, thank y'all for watching. We love movies. We love y'all. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Adios.